Hello you guys, and welcome back to another vlog, another day of thrifting. So today we are about to head out to Salvation Army. We're going to go to the one in Round Rock, Texas. I've only ever been to a Salvation Army like one time years ago, and I think I just remember it being a lot of furniture. But today we are going to check it out and see if we can find some cool home decor for the most part. That's typically what I like to look for. So it's time to head out. Let's go. Okay, so I just walked in the front and it definitely is a lot of furniture and a lot of clothes, but I think I see a place in the back that has like glassware and stuff, so let's see. But a lot of this furniture is really nice. Yeah, like all this looks like way more my speed. This little glass is cute. I think you put like a sherbet or like fruit or something in there, but I like the little detailing on it. If there were more of these, there was only one. Oh, this is cute. For a kitchen or something. I actually really like that. I think it's a real like baking dish, but $3.99, that's adorable. And I do see a hanging mechanism. Look at this distinguished gentleman. Distinguished with his hat. He's very patriotic. Boop, boop, good boy. And there's this large wooden bird cage that I think is actually so beautiful. Like, look at the bottom of that. I like the idea of greenery on the inside, but it's a little bit broken, which is such a bummer because I think this is really pretty. It's $15, but I do like it. Well, this is something I was not expecting to see. I don't hate it, but I am a little bit freaked out by it. This looks like it could be kind of interesting. What is this? Oh, it's like stone. Huh. Oh, you know what? It hangs. Wow, that's heavy. You'd have to put that in a stud. Oh my God. This brass key ring holder I've heard would do really well. $1.99. I actually like that. But these hooks are kind of sharp and they're a little bit wonky. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. I do like it. Let me put it in here just in case. This fish platter caught my eye. I don't think it's silver. It might be silver plated, but let's see. Made in India. I don't see any markings. I think it's just metal, but I don't know why I like this so much. I like this quite a bit. It is heavy, but it hangs on the wall and you're supposed to set something on top of it. I've been looking for something like this, but I think this is just too heavy for what I'm looking for because it's solid. You know, you'd think that something like this would be hollow. This duck, guys. Oh, dinner sponsor, Galveston Chapter Ducks Unlimited. From 1998. I like it. He's handsome. This bird thing, it's wood and metal. I think this is cool. Ooh, his bum. But I really like this. $3.99. I think this would be pretty on display. I've been looking for some stuff for a fall table, and I thought maybe I could be inspired today. I like these glasses, $1.99. They feel super lightweight, but they are glass. Bunch of mushrooms. I don't really have like cottagecore style in my house. Mine's definitely more mid-century modern, but these like mushrooms would fit in perfectly for that sort of decor style. Ooh, isn't this tray nice? Oh my gosh, I was expecting it to be wooden, but I don't know what kind of material this is. Plastic or plaster, maybe? It's a little bit stained, but I love this quite a bit. I wonder if you could get that out easily enough. Okay, I know I like wood carvings of animals, but I don't think I like this. This kind of freaks me out. It looks like it's already chopped up. Look at this. I don't know what it is. I think it's part of a lamb, but this base of it is beautiful. Oh, this Easter bunny is cute and sweet. I like it better without the flowers at the bottom. I like it better than neutral. I feel like that's a little bit classier, but I like it. How sweet. I saw this from across the store and I had no idea what kind of animal it was. I thought it was brass, but it's a giant, really long tusked wood elephant. Look at this humongous platter. Oh shoot, it's plastic. What a bummer, but Wow. If that were glass, gorgeous. It looks like all of these are plastic, at least over in this aisle. These are pretty. All the stocking holders. Oh, they're nice and heavy, made in China. This looks like it's just a sticker. So other than that, all of these are in really good condition. Priced individually though. Here's a nice tray. A red tray, I think that's pretty. And it's all wooden. This mug caught my eye. I think it's really pretty. I like my mugs to all be matching, but, and it doesn't look like it's handmade, but it looks like something that would be handmade. Pretty colors. You see these like crushed glass holders, like candle holders and stuff. I wonder what this looks like with a candle inside of it. If it displays like a pretty show on the wall or something. I think this is a candle holder. Yeah, that's pretty. Guess it just didn't fit up there, but I do like that. $3.99. And then this plant is pretty too. Ooh, nice shiny green leaves, a pretty neutral base. I like that. $3.99. Wow, look at this basket. I don't see a price on it, and I have no idea what animal this is. Maybe an armadillo with a red eye. I actually really like this. And somebody must have had a collection of ducks or something, because here's more wooden ducks. And this is really pretty. I love the wood color on this, but I don't know what you put in there. Oh, it's from the Caring Place. How funny. The Caring Place is another local thrift store around here. Y'all, the color on this vase, oh no, it's got chips all the way around it, but the color of this is stunning. I absolutely love it. I don't think I've seen anything like this before. I have been needing these on Amazon. Hangers are like $30 for 20 of them or something like that. Something crazy. Jackpot. This salt and pepper shaker, there's only one of them, but it's cute. It's kind of interesting. I don't think it's handmade though, because there's no signature. Look at this cabinet, y'all. $99. This is really pretty, but I think the yellow tags are full price, if I remember the sign up front correctly. Oh my gosh, does this bring back like old memories for y'all? Can y'all like imagine what this feels like just by looking at it? I really like these actually. Oh, I like these salt and pepper shakers, but this is so big. You won't be able to like tell the difference between the two of these, number one, and you would get a ton of pepper or a ton of salt all at one time. Look at this little catch-all. It definitely is handmade. It's got a signature at the bottom, and I love the color of this. This is really pretty. Such a bummer. It's got a tiny little chip in the top though, and the top is kind of like roughly done. But I think this would be really pretty to keep your rings in or your earrings or something right next to your bed or your bathroom sink. And here's a little handmade flower. There's not a signature on the back, but you can tell it's handmade. This is pretty. I like the colors. I don't know what you would do with it. Oh, you know what? There's a little hole. I wonder if you can hang that on the wall. Oh, I like that. This tray is kind of cool. If it weren't like bowing right here in the middle. I think this is handmade also. Or maybe not. It's hard to tell. But it's kind of neat. This is an interesting vase. I like the colors on it. This is large. Oh, but it's not handmade. But it is pretty. And it is kind of satisfying that the Salvation Army has everything color coordinated. Yikes. I think this is paper mache. Ooh, I don't like the red. That's so scary, but it's blinged out at least. Look at this Santa. Oh, this is old. But I like it. It's adorable, his little face. Ooh, and a bunch of red chargers. Ooh, wait, hold on a second. Rats, one of those is cracked, at least the top one. But isn't that gorgeous color? How much are these? $3.99 for all of these? Wow. So if the top one's broken, how many does that give you? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you would still have 6. That top one's just an extra, it looks like. Should I? Look how pretty though. I don't know. I have so many chargers. Oh, is that little reindeer or like a little, oh, it is little reindeer. It's from Pier 1. I bet that's pretty with a candle inside. Here's a set of 3 like frosted mugs, and it comes with this, what, tea pitcher or something like that. I don't love the frosted look on it. It kind of looks like mold to me. And here's a whole bag full of these little candle holders that you can just rest a little tea light in, and then on the back of it, you can see it's got some confetti and stuff. I think somebody used this for Valentine's Day. I almost missed this statue. I like this. I think this is plaster. I wish his face were a little bit more defined because it really is just kind of a blob. But let's see the price on it. $10. Pretty. There's these plates, and I thought maybe these could be interesting, but it looks like they're all different dolls on it. God, that's something else. Eek! But this is kind of pretty, isn't it? Just for a display piece, but that's really nice on a shelf. Ooh, I like that actually. Look at this fake plant. That looks almost real. For $3.99. See, never buy fake plants for full price. I found this one too, kind of tucked away, but then I noticed, wah, wah, it's missing a leg. But how pretty is that for $3.99 if it weren't missing a leg? Here's a bunch of tea light candles. If I didn't have a bunch of these already, I would pick these up. I try to pick these up at thrift stores like this. And aren't these pretty? I think they're just painted wood or plaster or something like that, but they're double-sided. I really like these. $5.99, and I think it's $5.99 each, not for the pair. Oh, and that one's $3.99. Huh, I wonder what the difference is. You see this ginormous artichoke? I think it's a wood carving and painted gold, but I kind of like it. It's just large. Look at this brass mug, y'all. Wow, that's pretty. For $3.99? Can you drink out of brass? I don't know. And these sorts of things are really, really neat. So this has a bunch of little fleur-de-lis on it, but you can put casserole dishes on top of it. That's what those little balls are. So like you rest a casserole dish on top of this while you're serving it. Isn't that pretty? Look at this guy. A little party cow in his party sweater that goes all the way to all 4 feet. He's just plastic, so I won't break him, but how cute. Wouldn't these water cups look pretty on a fall table? How nice is that? There's only 3 of them, but they are pretty. This one is not a match, unfortunately. Ooh, you put a tall candle in here? How pretty. That would put a pretty display on the wall. Ooh, and so would this. Isn't that sweet? I love that pattern, the star pattern. I would like to find more like this if it were like more rounded out, you know what I mean? More like a globe, so I could put my candle in there, because I have one of them, kind of like a fairy lamp, and it is so pretty. If you collect roosters, here's a really nice napkin holder, colorful. Here's a deranged looking bunny that I think has some boxing mitts, boxing gloves on. I love this. For $5.99, and it's huge. This is gorgeous to put on the wall to fill up some space. When you have a large wall that you need something detailed on. Look at this plump fellow. If he weren't a rooster, I would say he was egg bound. Look at this lady. Oh, she's lightweight. She is singing her little heart out. Oh, I like her hair. I thought that was a hat. I found this vase. I really like the color of it, actually, and I like the design. It's heavy. I don't think it's handmade, though. I didn't see any signature. Yeah, no signature, but I wouldn't count it out of being handmade, but I don't know. And this is cool. It's all rusted out, but it's iron. $5.99. You can't hang it, but wouldn't that be nice if you could? And here's a bunch of like metal or brass buckets for you to put plants in. These are pretty. And look at the pattern on these plates. Isn't that so pretty and so unique? There's only 4 of them. I wish there were more. But I wonder if you took a picture of this pattern and put it online, if people could tell you what kind of pattern it is, so you could actually buy the rest of it on like eBay or something. I wanted to take a look at some of their wall art because this is different than how they have it at other places. I don't see anything I love. I kind of like that. Oh, but it's a print. And these are okay. They just look a little bit old. But I like the color, the pastels. Okay, so remember how last episode I was talking about how some art that looks like it's hand-painted can be Hobby Lobby art? You can still make this look real or like hand-painted, but in a factory. And one of the ways you can tell, this totally just printed on there. So this is probably like a Hobby Lobby wall art. I mean, it's still pretty, but it's not handmade. But they have so much good furniture in here. Look at this. Wow. That is heavy duty. That furniture is gonna last you forever. Look at this couch or this little chair with the red and the gold. Wow. Let's see what the price is. $100 and this bad boy could be yours. This little stool is kind of cute. It's very fluffy. It's $50, but these sorts of stools go for pretty expensive, and this doesn't look too dingy either. And I like this ottoman quite a bit, and it opens for some storage, which is perfect because you can keep extra blankets in there. It's got a little bit of wear, but you could snip these off if you wanted to. Yeah, very nice. I think I would just prefer it a different color, but it's pretty. And here's a random silver tray over here on this one. Very nice. This is large. Oh, here's a bunch of chargers. It's pretty. It's a pretty color. Okay, we have secured the bag. Okay guys, we're back. It's a couple days later, but I did actually have a chance to run over to the Goodwill by my work as well, like yesterday or the day before or something, in between last filming and now. And I got something really, really good, but I'll show you that in just a minute. First, I want to get all the stuff from the Salvation Army out of the way. So I did pick up this plant. It was $3.99. I think it's like a little Monstera plant or something like that. I think it could stand to be washed off or rinsed or something, but I really liked how shiny and glossy these leaves were. And I like the fact that it's nice and full on the front. The back is definitely a little bit more sparse, but one of the perks of this being sparse is it's going to be easy to tuck up against a wall, like on a shelf or something like that. And it says on the bottom that it was originally from IKEA. So I don't know how much it was at IKEA, but yeah, I got it for $3.99. And then I did also pick up this brass mug. So I mentioned that I wasn't sure if this was food safe or not. I'm still not sure if this is food safe, to be honest. But when I looked it up on online, I did a Google Lens of it, people were selling these as like a plant holder, which I thought was such a good idea. Now, it doesn't have any drainage at the bottom, so if you were to put like the soil directly in here and a plant in there, you would have to worry about it rotting out, you know? But you could do a little small pot and pop it down in there, and that way you're not ruining the inside of this. But I looked up the comparisons on Etsy, and they were selling for a decent amount, and they're so pretty. But I got this for $3.99, so really excited about this one. I loved all of the details on it also. I just thought it was so pretty, and it's got a nice patina on it, so you wouldn't necessarily have to polish this up if you didn't want to, because sometimes the patina is part of the charm. But I was really happy with this one. I'll keep it for now, but I've been mentioning that we're starting to think about opening up an Etsy shop, and so I wanted to start collecting and getting pieces that I thought would go well in there. So this was one of the other ones that I picked up for that. And then I picked up the armadillo basket. I thought it was so funny. I didn't necessarily plan on getting this, but you know what? I want to get stuff like this while I am thrifting, because I'm not going to find this anywhere else. So you can use it on a table and use it as a catch-all, or you could use it as a wall basket even, because it's pretty slim, you know, it's only a couple inches thick, so it wouldn't be like too far off. But I thought this was hilarious, and I looked it up online, and you could sell these for a decent amount. I thought the red eye was really funny. And also I saw that they had different animals like this, like ducks and stuff. And speaking of ducks, did you see like that whole collection of someone's ducks, like wooden ducks or something? But really happy I got this one. I don't know if I'll put it on Etsy or not because it really is just so funny, but really, really cool piece. And then you saw me get this. I was a little bit unsure about this. This one I believe is brass as well. These hooks are in there pretty good. They don't wiggle. None of them wiggle. They are a little bit sharp, you know, at this little point. But I think they're for oh wait, this one's wiggling just a tad. But I wonder how hard that would be to fix. Maybe you could weld it pretty easily. I don't know. But you're supposed to use these to put your keys on it or something like that. And it's got 2 little screw holes. And you can use this by your entryway fairly easily. And I love this little detail. The little point detail. What do they call that? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I really like this one. This one will probably be on Etsy as well if I can get this soldered on a little bit more securely. But I got this for $1.99, and when I looked these up online, I think they were selling for like 20 bucks or something like that. So that's pretty good margin, and it's lightweight, so it'd be fairly easy to ship. You could probably even ship this in a bubble mailer or something if you just protected all of this, you know, all of the hooks so they don't get knocked or anything. But really, really pretty. This is one that I probably would shine up because the patina is a little bit more than what I would like. I like my stuff fairly shiny. Not in your face, but, you know, decently. But really happy about this. And also, something to mention, if you didn't shine this up, then you would probably notice, and you use like gold screws or something, you would probably see the screws standing out pretty intensely. So you would want to shine it a little bit. And the next thing I picked up, I did get this little catch-all bowl. I mentioned that it has a little chip on it, but you know what? I thought the color was so pretty. This is just going to be for me. But it does have a signature at the bottom. It says GK on it. I think I Google Lens this. I can't remember. But if I did, I don't think it was anything like super exciting because I was planning on just keeping this for myself anyways. But I had already put an earring in there just to see it. But yeah, perfect size. I think actually, you know what? I think I'll keep this by my bedside because I have a tendency to like take off my earrings and just throw them on my nightstand, and I always lose them. It's like a guaranteed way for me to lose my jewelry if I take it off when I'm already in bed. So this will be perfect. I've got a little basket next to my bed as well, and it has the perfect room to set this in. And I know it's simple, but it's going to come in so much handy. And so much handy, is that even like the right phrase? It's going to come in handy. And then I got this copper duck. So it does have a little hanger on it, and it's not too wide. It's like 1.5 inches thick or something like that. But I thought that's so cute for a kitchen. Now, I don't think I'll put this online because the comps were like not super great. Maybe like 15 bucks or something like this. But this is something I want to keep. I love the little scalloped edges on it. My older brother, when I was younger, he was obsessed with ducks for some reason. I think he really liked that they look so soft. So now anytime I see ducks or anytime anybody in my family sees ducks, they always remind us of my brother. So I've been sending my mom pictures of the items I found, and every single duck item, she's like, you need to give that to your brother. Why can't I collect ducks too, mother? But yeah, I liked this copper tin one. And another duck item, I got this one. I thought this was funny. This is just for me too, or maybe I will give it to my brother for Christmas or something. He'll end up with one of my ducks, my duck figurines, because I got those 2 geese statues that were so cool a couple weeks back. And actually, I think I'll probably end up giving those to him for Christmas. But this one I thought was cool. I don't plan on putting this online. I already mentioned that. But it says it was part of the Galveston chapter Ducks Unlimited in 1998. And it was somebody was the dinner sponsor. Oh, wait. Dinner sponsor Galveston chapter Ducks Unlimited. Does that mean that the Galveston chapter Ducks was the dinner sponsor? I don't know. But I love this mallard. Some of the paint is chipping on it, but I wonder if you could fix that if you wanted to. I probably won't because I don't mind it. I got this for $5.99. It's kind of like folk arty also with the little swooshes and just the coloring of it kind of reminds me of like folk art style. But I really liked this one, so super cute little ducky. And that was everything that I picked up from the Salvation Army. And then when I went to Goodwill the other day, I only found 2 items, and one of them is for me. And this one's not antique or anything, but it's a pretty dress. I'm going on a date on Monday with my hubby, and so I thought, ooh, maybe I'll pick this up. It's from Shein. I think I got it for $8.99. And it's a really pretty pattern. It's kind of like an emerald green color, which it's looking kind of more blue on camera, but it really is emerald green and like a bright red, kind of Japanese-esque with a cowl neck on it. Ooh. So I'm excited to wear this one, but here is the grand finale. Are you ready? This was the coolest thing I think I've seen in a long time. It is this freaking cool eagle picture, and it's made out of snakeskin. Is that not insane? The entire bird, the entire image, all of the imagery on here is made out of snakeskin. Now, but the whole eagle is laid down nice and flat, like it's not peeling up on any of the corners or anything, but the moon or the sun, in one of the corners, it's coming up just a little tiny bit. And then same thing at the bottom of here. This little piece right there in the corner is coming up just a tiny, tiny bit. But just the gorgeous ornate framing on this, the wood carving. What an incredible idea to make the eagle made out of something that it eats, you know, because eagles, it's like an iconic picture. The eagle with a snake in its talons, you know, flying through the air. And this gives you that same idea, but in so much more of an artistic way. You know what I mean? But it's got this wood carving detail, and it's inside of the glass, that part of the wood carving detail, and it goes all the way around. And then it's got this really cool way to hang it on the top. It's brass. This whole thing is brass. It's very architectural, which matches the frame beautifully. And then on the back, it had the sticker says "Made in Taiwan, the Republic of China," and it says "handcrafted," also made in Taiwan. It did have like a duct tape or like a picture tape or something all around these edges, all the way around, I guess, just to keep these little flaps from coming up because they're pretty loose. But when I did take that off, because I wanted to see if I could glue down the snakeskin for the moon and for this little bottom part, I was thinking maybe just like a Mod Podge, like if I had a little paintbrush and I just dipped it in Mod Podge and just painted the back and just kind of tapped it down, if that would secure it, because those 2 little pieces do kind of cheapen it just a little bit. But I think that just speaks to its age, because this thing is absolutely gorgeous. This will be available on Etsy eventually, and it'll probably just be hanging in my house until it sells, because this is such a cool item. I feel like this is like a one-in-a-lifetime find. And it was only $10.99. Can you believe that? So wish me luck taking this off and seeing if I can repair it just a little bit, because for such a cool piece, I want to save the life of this. It is just absolutely stunning. I noticed it from across the way, like when I looked through the pictures when I got there, and I wasn't finding hardly anything at this Goodwill. Sometimes you hit big, sometimes you don't, but I noticed the eagle, and so I kind of pulled it down and I looked at it, and once I realized that it was made out of real snakeskin, I was like speechless almost. It really did take my breath away. I'm super, super stoked about this. I'm going to be really sad to part with this when it does sell. But that is going to complete this video. I had a good time at the Salvation Army. I really didn't know what to expect because it's been years since I've been there. Last time I went, I really did just remember it being furniture, but I also wasn't in my era of like finding beautifully detailed items because I just didn't have a way to store them properly at the time. And now that I do and a way to display them, I love it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought was really cool and what you wish that I would have picked up or that you want to see me get in the future. But I will see you in next week's video. Stay tuned every Monday. Like, subscribe, comment, all the stuff. Okay, peace.